I will go ahead and call to order the Tippecanoe County Executive Committee public hearing for November 5th, 2025. And first on the agenda is the roll call.
Jackson Bogan. Larry Leverins.
Here.
Diana Looper.
Here.
Tom Murtaugh.
Present.
Kathy Parker.
Here.
Jerry Reynolds.
Here.
Gary Schroeder.
Here. We have quorum present. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes. Jerry.
I move to approve I move to approve the minutes from October 1st, 2025 public hearing as submitted.
I second it.
So a motion and a second to approve the minutes from October 1st, 2025. Any comments or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
I move to hear and vote on resolution PD 2514. Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, well, you took the words right out of my mouth. All cases ready to be heard, so please.
Okay.
All right, that's all for new business.
I move to hear and vote on resolution PD 25-14.
I second it.
Thank you. So Research Village, this is their Phase 3 from Buckingham Companies. This rezone was approved back in June of this year. You can see here with the location just south and west of Yeager Road that was recently redone. Aerial here. They're ready to get started on some construction. Construction plans came through some time ago, not too long ago. Can't remember that date, but now they're here with their final plat, which would allow them to start going vertical, pulling actual building permits. So there is a little bit of a typo in the staff report. I apologize for that. There's a total of 100 lots that are being proposed and built on this property. We forgot to include the 25 front-loaded lots on the north side of Round Table, so those were not accounted for in your staff report. So if you're doing your math, there's a total of 100 lots on this property, in addition to a dog park and pickleball court. The roads, internal roads are all private here. The bond amounts have been approved, but not yet submitted. So once we get that bonding, and if you approve the final plat today, they will be able to record and start building this PD. Happy to answer any questions.
Very good. Petitioner, the representative.
Hello, Katie Barham, 101 Foundry Drive. I'm representing the petitioner this evening. Happy to take any questions. We enjoyed working with APC on this. Always happy to partner and look forward to get going on this.
Very good. Thank you. Anyone in the audience wish to comment on this? Questions or comments from the commission? Hearing none, looks like we have a yellow ballot for that.
We have a unanimous ballot for approval.
Very good. Thank you. Jerry.
I move to hear and vote on resolution PD 25-15.
I second it.
Amanda.
All right, so this one is for both construction and final plat. We are back in the Provenance Village of PRF's holdings here on the west side. Phase 6. This rezone was also approved back in June of this year. The redo of this particular phase was to realign the streets. They kept the same amount of single-family lots at 60, but the street grid it makes a little bit more sense from a transportation and safety standpoint. There's an overview of the phasing. This is just phase 6. And there's an outline for it there. So at this point, they meet all of the conditions from the preliminary approval. Bonding has been received, so if it's approved today, we can record within the next 30 days, and they can start pulling permits and doing some construction out here. We're recommending approval.
Very good, thank you, Amanda. Petitioner, the representative.
Hi, good evening. Greg Koziel, Old Town Companies, 525 North End Drive, Carmel. Thank you very much for hearing the Phase 6 development plans and plat. Appreciate working with staff and working through the floodplain review of our plat as well today, so appreciate the quick review as well. Just wanted to thank the committee for reviewing our plans and working with us through the zoning and grid change earlier in June, requesting approval today. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Anyone else wishing to comment on this? Questions or comments from the commission? Hearing none, we have a yellow ballot for that.
We have unanimous ballot for approval.
Very good. Thank you, Ryan. So as we enter our public hearing portion of the meeting, I have a statement to read. For those of you unfamiliar with our procedure, the commission would like for you to know the following. When we hear a request to subdivide land, we're only concerned as to whether the actual drawings showing the divisions into lots meets the technical requirements of our ordinance. The question of appropriateness has already been determined. Anyone wishing to make comments or provide us with any information regarding any subdivision petition will be given an opportunity to do so. We are a 7-member body, and a majority of 7 is 4. Regardless of how many commissioners are actually present, at least 4 votes in favor or 4 votes against are required for our action to be official. If fewer than 4 of us agree to either approve or disapprove an action, the case must be heard again next month. Our vote on a request to subdivide is final. When addressing the commission, please state your name and address for the record. Please limit your comments to no more than 5 minutes, and we ask that you not repeat what others before you have already said. Cell phones must be turned off while the meeting is in session. If you need to make a call, please step out of the room before using your phone. All exhibits presented to the commission become property of the commission. Jerry.
I move that there be incorporated into the public hearing portion of each application to be heard this evening and become part of the evidence of such hearing, the Unified Zoning Ordinance, the Unified Subdivision Ordinance, the Comprehensive Plan, the bylaws of the Area Plan Commission, the application and all documentation filed therewith, the staff report and recommendations on application to be heard this evening, and a response from the checkpoint agencies.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Continuances, Jerry.
I move to continue S 5306 MJ Fields, minor subdivision, minor sketch, to December 3rd, 2025, executive public hearing agenda.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next case, Jerry.
I move to hear and vote on S 5305 Hinder minor subdivision, minor sketch.
I second it.
Kathy.
So petitioner's property is located here at the northwest corner of 22nd Street and South Street. Property is zoned R2U, single family and 2-family residential. Property to the east is zoned MRU, medical related. Here's a look at the aerial photograph. And a closer look at the property, you can see it has an existing house that they're wanting to separate from a building site to the north. And here's a look at the sketch plan. This is pretty simple. There is a variance that you will need to vote on first. The variance is to allow not to dedicate 10 feet of right-of-way. So South Street has a 30-foot half-width. The requirement is a 40-foot half-width, but the city, the city is not interested in that 10 extra feet, and the Board of Works has voted on approving the variance. So you all will have to approve the variance as well before the subdivision can be heard. So,
Okay.
That's about it. There are 3 conditions of approval, and we are recommending conditional primary approval.
Very good, thank you. Petitioner, the representative.
Yes, I'm Pat Cunningham with Vester and Associates, representing the petitioner. And I do agree with all of Kathy's comments, and we would ask for your approval. I'd be glad to answer any questions if you have any. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Any questions, or anyone from the audience wishing to comment on this? Questions from the commission? Hearing none, it looks like we will vote on the variance first, just for one variance, and then we'll vote on the subdivision.
We have a unanimous ballot of approval for the variance.
Very good. Any questions or comments on the subdivision? If not, we have a white ballot for that also.
And we have a unanimous ballot for approval on the subdivision.
Very good. Approval of the November APC public hearing, Jerry.
I move to place USO amendment number 122A on November 19th, 2025 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Jerry.
I move the following subdivision petition be placed on the November 19th, 2025 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda at petitioner's request. Placement thereon being without reference to compliance and noncompliance with the adopted subdivision ordinance. S 5308 Nelson Minor Subdivision Minor Sketch and S 5310 Barnes Minor Subdivision Minor Sketch.
I second it.
All's in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
I move the following rezone petitions be placed on November 19th, 2025 Area Plan Commission hearing agenda. Z 3003 Alta Vida Plan Development, Amish Developments LLC, Shane O'Malley, R3W to PDMX. Z 3005 Sterling 27 LLC A to R1B. Z 3007 Martha Trinidad C R2U to NBU. Z 3009 IU Arnett Inc. R3 to MR. Z 3010 Primary Products Ingredients America LLC A and GB 2I3. Z 3011 Thomas Developments LLC R3W to R1T, and 3012 Thomas Developments LLC R3W to R1T.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that motion carries.
I move to approve the October 2025 budget report as submitted.
I second it.
Right.
Okay, well, I'd be happy to answer any questions. We did have two conferences, one for transportation planning for the MPO conference, and we were able to get a couple folks to go to the conference, pardon me, the Indiana APA conference in South Bend for some training, especially for some of our newer planners. And then we did receive our appropriation on the legal side for, in anticipation of the rainbow trout legal expenses. And the early work on that is now starting to kick in. And so you'll see that accounted for this month. That's pretty much everything else is fairly standard.
Very good. Any questions for Ryan on the budget report? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Any other business? Final motion, Jerry.
I move to adjourn.
Adjourned.